After such a long break, what are we going to do? Well, I'm going to have to try and fix up a bit of my workshop because it's fairly buggered after the winter. I've not been in here for probably about the last month, maybe a touch longer actually. And I've got problems with my roof. If you're on my Instagram, you may have seen that I've got rotten beams going on and there's all sorts of stuff happening. But the main issue is because I haven't been in here for so long, my table saw has got really rusty. As you can see, the table saw is super rusty. It's got some sort of fairly heavy pitting going on, and we'll have to see how this turns out. But one of the things that I have managed to do is come out and spray a load of WD-40 over it to stop it getting worse, hopefully. But now it's time to clean up. So what we're going to use, well, I haven't got any really high grit sandpaper. I think the highest grit sandpaper I've got is about 240, which may be a bit too angry for this. We'll have to see, because I don't want to really knacker the cast iron. And I know that sounds daft, but you know, we'll see. So what I did do is I got this pack. These are individually wrapped red, like Brillo pad type things, you know. They're individually wrapped, and there's fair few of them in this package. Essentially, they're like scotchbrite pads. There's a fair number of them in this package, and I think I got this lot on Amazon for about $6.99. If I can find the link, I will put it down in the description below the like button if you want to grab your own. But the individually packaged thing, I'm not super happy about the fact that there's going to be a lot of plastic waste, but I am happy with the fact that I'm not going to knacker a load of these pads just by having them floating around my workshop. So what else are we going to use? We're going to use more WD-40. We're also going to try and use my old oscillating sander, not the newer one that I did a video on, the smaller one. And for Christmas, my wife kindly got me a couple of these pads. So I'm hoping that because the Velcro is really bad, I can put this pad onto there. I could even tape it on if I wanted to, or glue or whatever. And then we'll see if this Brillo pad stuff sticks, or the scotchbrite pad sticks to the Velcro on this. But even if it doesn't, if I hold it down with pressure, that should be fine. And that's what I'm going to try and see if this works with. Right, let's see what these little pads are about. I like the idea of these pads because there's a bit of cushioning to them rather than being sort of hard, you know. Anyway, crack on. Just to try and protect the finish around the outside, I am going to throw some masking tape. Well, I know the polyvine stuff that I've used for this is very hard wearing. Let's not give it an unnecessary challenge with a scotchbrite pad. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn the speed right down on here, and then we can build it up as we go along if we want to or feel that we need to. Plenty of WD. Okay, so I left that running all the time, so hopefully, I don't know if I'll be doing just a fast forward or we'll have to cut it, but I'm hoping that I can just fast forward it so I can show you that was all done in one go, and let's see if it's done a decent job or not, shall we? Hey, that's not bad. It's not perfect, but I've probably spent, I don't know, 60 seconds on that, a minute maybe. Just to show you it doesn't come off easily without all that nonsense. But that, I don't think that's too shabby. So I'm going to crack on and do the rest of this and show you what it looks like afterwards. I can see that we've got a fair amount of pitting going on around here and around here, but we'll see we'll see what happens once I've cleaned it up. After I've done the dirty pad, I'll do a cleaner pad as well, and we'll see how that goes. Right, so I think progress is definitely being made. You might be able to see how much muck this is all soaking up. Yeah, we'll crack on. And I think on the next pad, what I'm going to do is trim it to fit the sides of things a little bit more. So I've got more chance of getting down these sort of edges, you know. I'm just going to do that by cutting off the ends. No, we're not. Right, this is this. Right, that fits a little bit better. Might be able to help me on the edges. But let's crack on. Next stage. At that point, I would say that that's pretty damn usable. I could wax that already, and you know, we've got the got what we need to do. You can still see, if I get the light just right, there's a bit of pitting going on, like around there. You might be able to see that. So I'm going to go one more with a completely dry Scotch pad, and we'll see what happens with that. What I'm going to do now is use some of this off-cut scotchbrite just to get right in the miter slots. Okay, we are getting there. Looking pretty good. I think we're going to get some wax on there now. Right, let's get this tape off. Okay, we're starting to look good. I'm already getting marks and things. I'm already getting marks and stuff on top of this. But what I'm going to do now is I've actually got two types of wax. I don't know if it's necessary, to be honest with you. I suspect possibly not, but we're going to go for it anyway because I'd rather do too much than not enough. So what I've got here is I've got some wax I've made myself, which is mineral oil and beeswax. I can't remember if I put anything else in it. And I've also got the original oil wax from Keith, Rag and Bone Brown. So I'm going to go for the hard stuff first, and then sort of buff a little bit on top with that stuff. But the hard stuff is definitely hard, especially in the cold. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure that I cover this whole table with this wax, and then I'm going to put this cloth underneath the orbital sander again, and hopefully with the speed up to max it will give it a bit of a polish. It started to get a bit chaotic, that I wasn't expecting. All right, now Keith Rag and Bone Brown's original oil wax finish. It's a lot softer than mine, so we'll go on a lot easier. Okay, well, I'm definitely going to have to make another one of these now, but that looks a million times better than it did. Is it perfect? No, but is it good enough for me? Bloody right it is. And I think it's possibly the best that this top has ever looked, because I got it second hand and it was in a pretty poor state, and I've not done a proper cleaning with it. You can see that, you know, you've got those kind of droplet marks in there, but they're just, I don't think they're ever going to come off completely. But no, I think that worked out all right. So there you have it, all done in well under an hour and with minimal effort. I, of course, am absolutely shattered because that's the way my lungs are at the moment. But yeah, I'm pleased that I've got this done. I have got a bit of wood that I'm going to pop over the top of it to make sure other stuff doesn't land on it. And then that will do for now. And then tomorrow, I'm hoping I can come out into the workshop and show you some of the stuff I got for Christmas and all that sort of stuff. But anything you've seen today, I will try and leave links in the description down below. If this has been useful to you, please do consider subscribing and drop me a like and give me a comment as well. Why not? Thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.